Welcome back to Rhythm Guitar Book 2. This is a course for learning how to play open chords, strumming, and fingerstyle patterns. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Rhythm Guitar Book 2 that you can read from and write in. So I'll leave a link for that in the description. We're on page 12, and instead of rhythm charts, we're going to play a couple lead sheets. One for Amazing Grace and one for Oh Freedom. On page 12, we have two lead sheets. In Rhythm Guitar 1, you learn that a lead sheet is a piece of music that includes the melody, the chords above, and then lyrics if the song has lyrics. And as the rhythm guitar player or the chord player, we're going to be focusing on the chords above, and we're going to be playing both strumming and fingerstyle patterns. Number R9 at the top of page 12, Oh Freedom, is in common time. And remember from Rhythm Guitar 1, common time is the same as 4/4 time. So we have 4 beats in a measure with our quarter note counting as the beat. In lead sheets, you're not going to see slashes like we saw on page 11 with the rhythm charts. Instead, you're going to see a melody that you can follow along while you play the chords on top. But the same rules apply. If it's in common time or 4/4 time, you can either use the PIMA pattern, P-I-M-A, from page 9, our finger pattern, or our strumming pattern on page 7, the bass, strum, strum, strum pattern. As you play through this, you'll want to keep track of where you are in the measure. Let's look at our strumming pattern first, our bass, strum, strum, strum. So no matter what is happening in the melody, if the melody is busy or if it has long notes, you're going to be playing bass, 2, 3, 4 all the way through. So at the beginning we have bass, 2, 3, 4 on a G, and another bass, 2, 3, 4 on a G. And with the melody, I'll do my best to sing it. We have Oh Freedom, 2, 3, 4. And again, no matter what's happening with the melody, keep on chugging away with that pattern. After that, we have a D7 chord, so bass, 2, 3, 4. Remember, our bass moves to the 4th string because D7 is a 4-string chord. And this D7 only lasts one measure, then we go right back to the G chord. Remember, we can use our 3rd finger as a guide finger moving between D7 and G. In the second measure, the second line, we have 2 measures of E minor. So that's going to be bass, 2, 3, 4, bass, 2, 3, 4, moves to a D7. We have 2 measures of D7. Bass, 2, 3, 4, bass, 2, 3, 4. Third line, we have 2 measures of G, bass, 2, 3, 4, bass, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 measures of C. C is a 5-string chord, so play your 5th string as your bass. Bass, 2, 3, 4, bass, 2, 3, 4. The last line, the chords change more quickly. We have G, 2, 3, 4, D7, 2, 3, 4, and then G. Now this G at the end, go ahead and play all the way through the pattern in this measure, bass, 2, 3, 4. But the last measure, just give it 1 strum on beat 1 and hold it. Often there's more than one way to end a song, and really the only way to know what works for you is to try some different endings. In this case, at the end we played G, 2, 3, 4, and then a strum. And that's going to make a little bit more sense when you hear it with the melody. That was strumming. We're also going to practice this fingerstyle, and the fingerstyle pattern we're using is on page 9, the 4/4, or in this case, common time finger pattern. That's going to be P-I-M-A, or thumb, 1, 2, 3. As a reminder, first finger is always going to be on the 3rd string. Second finger is going to be playing the 2nd string. 3rd finger is going to be playing the 1st string, and your thumb moves around depending on the bass note. We have a G chord at the beginning, so your thumb is going to be on the 6th string. So P-I-M-A, that's 1 measure's worth. Then we do it again. P-I-M-A. That moves to a D7 chord. Now your thumb is on the 4th string. P, I, M, A. There's only one measure of D7 there, so we move back to G, P, I, M, A. Second line we have E minor. E minor is also a 6-string chord, so thumb is on the 6th string. P, I, M, A, or thumb 1, 2, 3. So that's 2 measures worth of E minor. Then we have 2 measures of D7. P, I, M, A, P, I, M, A. Third line back to G. We have 2 measures of G this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we move to a C chord for 2 measures. C is a 5-string chord, so thumb is on the 5th string. P, I, M, A, P, I, M, A. Last line, again, those chords change more frequently. G chord, P, I, M, A. D7, thumb on the 4th string, P, I, M, A. And then back to the G chord, P, I, M, A. And for this last measure, you can either strum or pluck all the notes at the same time. I'm going to play this one twice. First time strumming and second time fingerstyle, and I encourage you to play along. And if the music is too fast or too slow for you, get a metronome and you can practice at your own tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass, 2, 3, 4. And strum. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. P, I, M, A. At the bottom of page 12, we have number R10, Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace has a pickup measure. Sometimes a song will start with the partial measure, and this is called a pickup measure. Amazing Grace is in 3/4 time, but that first measure is just 1 beat. You would consider that the end of an empty measure. Beats 1 and 2 empty, beat 3 with that pickup note. And as the rhythm guitar player, you're not going to play on that pickup note. You're going to wait till amaze. So you come in the first full measure. Now look at the end. We have only 2 beats in that measure. We have a half note. If you put that last measure together with the first measure, we have a total of 3 beats, or 1 complete measure of 3/4 time. So Amazing Grace is in 3/4 time, and we're going to practice this both strumming and fingerstyle. The strumming pattern we're using from page 7 is bass, 2, 3, bass, 2, 3. Bass on beat 1, strumming on beat 2 and 3. So at the beginning we have 2 measures of G, so we have that's the singer, amaze, and that's where you come in. So the way I would count this in would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, bass, 2, 3, bass, 2, 3. One measure of C, bass, 2, 3, two measures of G, bass, 2, 3. Second line, one measure of E minor, two measures of D7, and even though the melody is going to be holding one note through both of these measures, you still keep on chugging away with your pattern. Bass, 2, 3, bass, 2, 3, two measures of G, 2, 3, one measure of C with the bass on string 5. Last line, the chords change pretty frequently. We have G, 2, 3, E minor, D7, and C, and then just one strum on the G at the end. Let's look at how we would play this fingerstyle. Our fingerstyle pattern on page 9 in 3/4 time is P, I, and then M-A together on beat 3. So at the beginning we have a G chord, thumb's going to be on the 6th string because G is a 6th string chord, P, I, M-A together, P, I, M-A to the C chord, now thumb is on the 5th string, and then to a G chord, two measures of G. Next line, E minor, thumb is still on the 6th string, D7 chord, thumb on the 4th string, and again, the melody is holding here, but you keep going through the pattern. 2, 3, two measures of G, one measure of C, and last line, G, 2, 3, E minor, 2, 3, D7, 2, 3, and then C, 2, 3, and at the end with this G chord, just one strum. You can either strum it or pluck all the fingers at the same time. I'm going to play this one twice as well, the first time strummed, the second time fingerstyle, and again, I encourage you to play along so you can be practicing playing at a steady tempo, and if the music's too fast or too slow, get a metronome so you can set your own tempo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Bass, 2, 3. Strum. One, two, three, 1, 2. P, I, M, A. Your assignment is to practice the lead sheets on page 12. Play them with both strumming and fingerstyle patterns and work on keeping a steady beat by playing along with the video or get a metronome so you can set your own tempo. It's more important to play steadily than it is to play fast, so practice these lead sheets as slowly as you need to be comfortable with the chord changes. And if you want to work on smoother chord changes, try the 4-3-2-1 exercise on page 6. And don't forget to order your copy of Rhythm Guitar Book 2. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of the book that you can read from and write in. So I'll leave a link for that in the description. Practice these lead sheets until you're comfortable with them. A week, maybe more, maybe less. And when you're ready, I'll see you on page 13 for another new lead sheet.